Hello guys, and welcome back to Rocky Ridge Auto. Today we will be talking about this 2021 Acadia SLE all-wheel drive. Of course, this beautiful family SUV has loads of features and of course has a beautiful third row. So let's go ahead and check it out. First up, walking up to the vehicle, you do have keyless entry right here, so you can go ahead and enter and exit your vehicle nice and easy. So if we go ahead and hit this, it will go ahead and lock up the vehicle. If we go ahead and hit it again, it'll unlock. Let's go ahead and hop in and take a look. Go ahead and go over here to your engine start stop button. We can go ahead and start it up. Nice GMC startup. But if we go ahead and take a look up on the dash here, you can see that this Acadia has 36,000 miles. If we go ahead and take a look over to the right here, you have your center screen and stereo controls, as well as your climate. Go ahead and go onto home. You have your navigation, your phone, and then your station that you're listening to. Go ahead and access your music. Go ahead and see this. For more, you have your AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, Amazon Alexa, as well as with Bluetooth, you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So you can go ahead and actually access that by going over here. You have your Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You also have, of course, your navigation and phone. If we go ahead and access your navigation, you can see your bigger screen map. Go ahead and enter an address or a keyword and get there safely. But it's nice and easy to use. Touchscreen, as well as you can go ahead and go back on home this way. You of course have your settings. In settings here you have your system, apps, and vehicle. In your system you have a lot of things like your Wi-Fi and display. And then in apps here you have your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, audio, climate, navigation, and then for vehicle you can go ahead and see your lighting, door locks, driver, valet mode. So if you ever need to use your valet mode, it would be right in here in vehicle. Let's go ahead and go back on home. Over here you have your on-site services, as well as your GMC that you can go ahead and hook up a profile with, as well as you have your rear climate, as well as your regular climate. And of course, one last thing is your Spotify. Let's go ahead and check out your climate as well as down here. Here you have your digital temperature up on the screen. You can go ahead and adjust, as well as you have a sync mode, and you can go ahead and even adjust the rear temperature. So you can go ahead and even lock that with the passengers in the back. In case you have kids, you don't want that to be touched or anything, or you can go, of course, and have it unlocked. Let's go ahead and go back to front. Of course, all of this can be also adjusted down here. You have your temperature and everything like that down here. Nice and easy. And one last thing with your climate controls is back here you have your heated seats. So you can go ahead and have just like the back area, or you can have both. Nice and easy to use. Both the driver and passenger have those options. If we go ahead and take a look down here, you have your gear shifts / levers. So you can go ahead and actually put it in reverse this way, and you have a backup camera. You can go ahead and turn on and off your lines for backing up, checking your surroundings, keeping you and others safe. Let's go ahead and put that back into park. You also have your neutral, drive, and then low, up and down for that auto manual mode. Pretty much all for up here. Of course, like I mentioned, you have your engine start stop button with your key fob. Your key fob also, of course, has lock and unlock. You also have remote start, as well as an automatic lift gate. So you go ahead and use that and lift up your trunk. Your GMC key here, nice and easy, convenient. Go ahead and keep this in a purse or pocket and still be able to get into your vehicle and start up your vehicle. But moving on from that, you can go ahead and check out down here. You have a charging port, as well as you have some charging ports over here, USB, USB-C, as well as an SD card. So you can go ahead and put directions and things like that for your navigation on here. Nice and easy, and then you can go ahead and put that back in, and this should go back to navigation. Right here you have your auto start on and off. as well as of course your traction control, hazard lights, so go ahead and turn those on, as well as your parking sensors. You can go ahead and turn those off if you don't want to be alerted for your parking. And back here you have your all-wheel drive system. You can go ahead and put it, it's always in 2-wheel drive. You can go ahead and put it into 4-wheel drive, as well as sports mode and your off-road mode. It'll let you know up on the dash what it's in. So of course you have your sports mode, all-wheel drive, as well as 2-wheel drive. And of course you have your lane keep right here, so you can go ahead and have that on and off if you like. And then taking a look inside the center console, you have plenty of storage space, so you can go ahead and store extra things in there, nice and convenient, as well as a nice comfy armrest while driving. We go ahead and take a look at the wheel here. Behind the wheel you have your volume on this side, as well as of course your instrumental panel settings. So you can go ahead and see your information, music, navigation, phone, as well as settings. You can go ahead and adjust that to your liking as well. And then you also have your hands-free calling and voice commands when connecting a Bluetooth device. Over here you have your cruise control settings, as well as pre-collision alerts. So you can go ahead and actually adjust how close or how far you are. Your alert system is up here, so you can go ahead and use that when you need it. And here is your cruise control settings. Behind the wheel here is your station control. So you can go ahead and access your favorites and go through that nice and easy. Behind here you have your lighting settings. So you can go ahead and turn those on. Behind here is your interior lighting settings. So you can go ahead and adjust that to your liking as well. Right here's your parking brake. You can go ahead and use that. On your door panel here, you have a nice wood finish, and here you have your door controls, of course. You can go ahead and adjust your windows. You have your child lock, and then your mirror controls. So you can go ahead and adjust that to your liking. You have your lock and unlock here, of course. Go ahead and access that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the interior of this Acadia. You have a gray cloth material that is super comfy to sit in. You can go ahead and use that. And of course, like I mentioned, they are heated. You also have access to automatic seats, so you can go ahead and move them with ease to your liking, your position that you need. And then one last thing up here is you do have some storage underneath here. Go ahead and store extra things down below here. Nice and convenient. You have access from the passenger seat to it as well. But I think that's pretty much the gist for up here. You have plenty of room. So let's go ahead and check out the back seats. Back here you also have keyless entry as well. So you can access the back seats with your key. You have a cup holder here and a little pocket. And hop in back here. You have your climate controls. Of course, it is locked up front, so we can't adjust it, but otherwise you can adjust it with your airflow and temperature. Down below here you have some charging ports, nice and convenient to use, as well as you have cup holders and some storage that goes ahead and pulls out, and then when you're not using it you can go ahead and put it back in. Nice and convenient. You have some pockets in the back of the driver and passenger seat for some storage, as well as you have captain seatings back here for the second row. You can go ahead and put the armrest up and down for needing it, as well as you can go ahead and easily fold down the second row seats to access to the third row. Let me go ahead and put the third row up and I can show you the space that you have. If we go ahead and take a look at the third row now that it is up, you have access to cup holders back here and a charging port, as well as a cup holder on that side. Nice and easy, a decent amount of legroom for a third row. And of course you can have the second row down and the third row down for more storage. Let's go ahead and check out the storage back here in the trunk. Go ahead and hit the button right here. It'll automatically open up for you. So back here you have plenty of space with the third row still up. Lift that up and you have storage underneath here. Fold down the second row seats with the levers over here, so you can go ahead and have access to those being down. And then you can go ahead and easily put the third row down by just one lever here. Nice and easy amount of storage, convenient for anyone. You also have a charging port on the right hand side here, so you can go ahead and charge up your devices or things like that. But that's pretty much it for the trunk area. We can go ahead and press the button right here for the automatic lift gate. But I think that's pretty much all I have for this GMC Acadia. If you have any questions, feel free to text or call 717-733-8985. You can always stop in for a visit. But thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye!